find my clicker for me? I'm going to use the clicker. See if he can find my clicker for me, get it set up for me.
Which year?
Just my clicker. Thanks,
Okay.
son.
We are live streaming. Let me just make some changes here to the settings. I can't believe it's already Wednesday, June 5th. Time is flying and the excitement cannot be contained. We have a jam-packed day of the final version of our workshop, Building Your Authority with Christa Mure. If you can see me, hear me, if you're on the Facebook business page, the YouTube page, please just comment that where you're from, and please share if you are just joining us for the first time or you've been rocking and rolling with us for since the last 2 days. So please go ahead and throw that in the comments. That will help me just make sure we got everyone that we need access, and we're going to get into a great layout of training for today. Let me just check Instagram, make sure we are all systems green. Go here live. All right, let me, where is our Instagram? Okay, let me check LinkedIn, make sure they can see us on LinkedIn.
Awesome.
If you're on any of our social medias and you're seeing this live, please throw in the chat where you are tuning in from. We'd love to know. And we actually have a handful of curriculum and goodies to give out today on the final day. Many of you have been waiting for this, and we will not disappoint with some amazing action items that you can do after this training to grow your business or help the businesses of your customers. Let me pull up this one last area here. Make sure we're streaming on LinkedIn. All right. And YouTube. Pull this up here. All right. Krista, how you feeling? How you doing?
I'm good.
Good. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
Flying. I've had so much fun just hanging out with you, getting to know you personally before and after our training, learning from you, right? Like pen to paper, really opening my personal mind, allowing me to relate to the audience, grabbing some of the questions from the audience that I didn't think of and getting those answered by you has been so refreshing. And it's been refreshing because, you know, when you hear about authority and branding and building your awareness and all these things that relate to giving people a great perception of you, it is so overwhelming and sometimes scary. And you really have made it fun and realistic to achieve. So thank you for that. It looks like we have a handful of folks here tuned in different areas. Our Zoom room is live, up and running. Krista, we have usually a handful of folks that catch us towards the tail end of our workshop, either because they're running their business, they just found out about you, me, and high level within 24 hours. And unfortunately, they don't get to experience everything that everyone else has. So would you mind pretty much just sharing a little bit about yourself for those that don't know you so they can find you, do some research? But also, can you break down briefly day 1 and 2 and how that leads into this power day of closing out Build Your Awareness?
Yes. Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me. John, you've been great. I love Go Ahead Level. You guys are always so nice to everybody. Makes everybody feel so welcome. So thank you for that. Okay, a little bit about me. So I was a top 1% real estate agent for 19 years, sold over 2,300 homes, was recognized by the Wall Street Journal in the top 100 agents in the United States, and did it as a solo agent. 6 years ago, I decided to leave my very successful real estate career. I'd sold 154 homes the year that I decided to leave and open up a coaching business and start at the time teaching real estate agents how to utilize digital marketing, social media, video to dominate their markets and in non-traditional means. So most people teach things like open houses, cold calling, door knocking. And I was like, those things all are horrible. I'm going to teach you how to be a marketer and how to utilize marketing, communication, and education to dominate your area. And so nobody knew me outside of my city. I had no list, no following. No, nothing. And we've in 6 years built our coaching business from zero. I think we just hit like 59 million in just 6 years. And I love it. Like I haven't looked back since. And over the past year, I also now coach entrepreneurs, experts, and consultants. I teach them how to sell high ticket and basically do exactly what I've done for the past 3.5 years, where we've averaged around $1.3 million a month. It's selling high ticket coaching. So now I still coach realtors, and I coach experts and consultants high ticket. So that's what I've been doing. And the cool thing is I left my job at 47, very scared because I had a great career, but it wasn't my love anymore. And like I said, no one knew me. And so I didn't even know what a funnel was. I remember, thinking this, the high level awards. Like I didn't know what a funnel was, digital marketing. I did marketing locally, but didn't know how to do it nationally. And it's all turned out amazing. I wish I had Go High Level back when I started, because the nice thing about Go High Level is, I spend so much money every single month on, there's so many things with Go High Level. Everything's in one place. And literally I've saved thousands and thousands of dollars every month from Go High Level. And for those of you that have tried Go High Level in the past, or for those of you that are new and maybe you're not tech savvy and things are hard for you, I'm not either. Okay. Like, just so you know, not tech savvy, and I've been able to figure it out. And it used to be really, wasn't as good as it is now 3 years ago. Now it's so much easier to do, and they automations are there, and they have so much help and support. It's awesome. So don't let anything that happened in the past sway you from where you're at. Okay.
Amen.
So I'm
real quick, Krista, this question came up later on. We were asking the Q&A yesterday. We get a handful of folks that really, they love to learn, but they also love to learn about who's teaching, and they really appreciate the story behind it. There was a question around, and this one kind of came out of nowhere, was with you being in the industry you're in, doing what you do, you shared some of your success in your continuous projects. What do you like to do for fun?
That's cute. I love to cook. I love to cook, and I'm a really good cook, actually. And I love going boating. We live on the water, and so we love going boating. And perfect. I love spending time with my family. Like I have a really happy, great marriage. My husband's amazing. We've got 3 kids between the two of us. I've got 2 daughters. He has a son. We blended families. Our anniversary actually for 15 years is on the 15th. I'm sorry, that's my daughter's birthday, the 20th of this month. So things are good. Like I'm very happy, and I've gone through struggles. Like I will say, a large part of my business is real estate agents. It's been really hard over the past 2 years for realtors because the interest rates are crazy. And like, I haven't been as profitable as I normally am. We're still definitely in the green, but it's been a harder year, for me. And I think a lot of people are feeling that. And I will just tell you, just got to keep on going and keep pushing. And I know, like, all these great opportunities keep happening, one of which is being here with you guys. And I know, like, great things are going to happen because it is a little more obstacles than normal. And when that kind of thing happens, I just stop, snap, and switch. And I just remind myself that, like, things are great. I'm having a little bit of not troubles, but just like, it's not as easy, right? And that's normal. So if you're going through times in your business that are hard, it's normal. Like, nothing can always be perfect, and you have to adjust and adapt and modify. And how I've been diving into difficult times is hiring. I've got like more coaches now than I've ever had. As I showed you guys, I've sent over $1.5 million and 20,000. So actually more than that, I'm forgetting a lot of stuff, with my own coach, like hiring coaches and consultants and experts to help me, like, really get every opportunity, one of which is Go High Level, that I'm obsessed with learning how to get Go High Level to work in my business so I can have more time and have more opportunities. So,
well, I appreciate you sharing that. I mean, that's something that, when we first introduced you to the audience, you were adamant about I want to get right to the core of what I offer. I want to respect your audience time. They're here for the information. And I just didn't want our audience to not get to know you a little personally, because that's where relationships are made, whether it's in person, virtually, or from a distance. So thank you for sharing that. Krista, I know that you have your way as a previous educator for many years to teach this and really bring it all together. So I'm going to lean on your experience. I'm going to follow your lead on the recap. And then there's might be from time to time here that as questions come in from our audience, today more than ever, my priority for our audience is to get those questions answered. And to the audience, If there's a question that is more technical based, like maybe something that our support team would handle, our moderators and our chat moderators will point you to the support team at high level. For those questions around maybe strategy, questions about building your brand or perception, or maybe just the collateral and content, pass those on to me here. Throw in the chat Q and your clear question. And I promise you that by the end of today, I will get those answered by Krista directly. Krista, I'm going to throw the microphone over to you. Let's get this going.
Oh, Jordan says, chat with us on Facebook. Hi, Jordan. We see you. Thanks for being here. That's awesome. All right. So I'm going to try to leave 30 minutes for questions at the end. If you did not see the last 2 days, I will tell you, like, I should have 5 doctorates in marketing. I consider myself an expert digital marketer. I don't think you'll find many people who are, not to be conceited, but who are as advanced as I am and who have done as much education and research and testing and optimizing. If you did not see the past 2 days, you will learn a ton. You want to go back and watch the past 2 days. I promise you, if you go through it, you think it sucked, give me a call. I'll send you $100. Like, you will love it. I mean,
I love the 5 doctorates. You're going to reimagine the whole college structure for marketing. And I think that's where, like, people, when they meet people like yourself and they learn from others online that are doing it in the trenches, they go back and they say, man, I went to college for marketing, or I had a marketing instructor, and they didn't even go over 1% of this stuff.
Yeah, it's true.
It's crazy.
I actually have several people in my programs that like have master's degree in marketing or doctorates in marketing. And like all of them have said, I learned more from you in a year than I got in my whole doctorate of marketing. That's what happens when you spend, 1.5 plus million in 6 years learning marketing.
And you love what you do. And you love
what you do. I love what I do. I'm obsessed with it. Yeah, that's one of my biggest problems. I work too much because I like it. It's like a hobby, so. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it. So again, if you go to gohighlevel.com/Christa Mashore offer, you'll get a ton of bonuses that we're offering. And if all of them are not in there yet, just know we're going to keep adding to them. I want to make sure they're perfect for you. I promise everything will be there. Just be patient with us and we'll get them to you. So if you can just do that for us. Also, if you go to christamashore.com/gohighlevel, we've got some amazing trainees, one of which 7 levers for 7 figures. I have taught at very high-end masterminds, Jason Fladlin, Perry Belchers, Ryan Dices. They've had me speak to their paid mastermind clients on that. And then obviously the client avatar deep dive, the $1 Million Month Model ebook and audiobook, and the Stop, Snap, and Switch ebook and audiobook. So that will all be there for you. If you don't know me, just follow me on socials. We're constantly always doing educating and helping people. I'd love to see you there. This is the Brand Authority Accelerator, Attract, Connect, Convert, How to Become the Obvious Choice. This is really about marketing, okay? And a different way of marketing, which the reason why I feel most businesses fail is because they don't focus on the things that we're going to be talking about. The sales cycle is very important. Marketing, lead generation, lead nurture, conversion, results, which is basically part of your fulfillment and delivery, and ascension. How do you get people to ascend? By getting them results and then refer you, okay? If you don't, and what you have to understand is all these aspects, they really, really work together. So if you're missing big areas in your business, that's the part of the reason why your business probably isn't working, okay? If you have gaps, you might be great at what you do, but if you're not good at marketing, you're not going to get as many opportunities, right? And if you're not nurturing, you're not going to get convert as well. So they all work hand in hand. They all 1000% work in unison. And we like to think about attraction as marketing and awareness. Ascension is going to attract more business and keep people with you. Bonding is basically lead generation and lead nurture. Most people skip the lead nurture phase and they go straight to conversion. And that is why most people are not committing. This strategy is very different. If you nurture appropriately, you will convert more and you will also get people more results. So that's kind of how I like to look at the sales cycle, okay? So as I said yesterday, prime your brain to spot opportunities to work for you. As you're going through this, ask yourself this question: how can I use what I'm learning to gain more of my market share and to differentiate yourself? Differentiation and not being a commodity is the backbone behind your business. It's really important that you do that. Yesterday, we covered the ad strategy, okay? We covered the stages of a sales funnel: problem aware, solution aware, vetting and verifying, decision, and testimonials. We remember brand awareness is at the top, exposure. Sales cycle. We went over the entire sales cycle yesterday. Again, they all work together. They're all in unison. And that is what I call the $1 million month transformation cycle. We learned about effective leads, how effective converting lead magnets, which are, here's some examples of some. We learned about effective marketing. We're going to talk more about video marketing today. We learned about the monetization multiplier, right? The more reach you have, the more value you give, the more impact you will make, the more influence you will have to gain more customers. We learned you need to learn to market one-to-many and not just one-to-one, and how you can utilize systems and strategies so that you can take one person and have many results. That is why systems and strategies are so, so important. I'm going the wrong way here. What's going on? Okay, we also learned about hooks, headlines, ads, stories, email, copy, messaging, funnels, workflows. All your marketing efforts should have relevancy, recency, proximity, strange, influential, right? We learned about all that. The idea, again, is to give so much information that people want to ask for more. Yesterday, we learned that solving a problem that creates a new one. That was actually Monday. How to solve a problem that creates a new one. If we ask too much, we're going to lose our customers. You need to earn the right to ask. Remember, what you give needs to be so valuable that they want more. Free stuff needs to be valuable. Why would somebody give you money if what you're giving them for free is not good? You need to give them good stuff to the beginning. Again, best marketing has these components: recency, relevancy, proximity. It's ongoing. There's elements of influential or influencer, conflict, and strange. You can't have all of these in every single thing, but you should try to have as many of them as you can in all of your marketing endeavors. We learned about creating ads that convert, speak to your ideal client, address the problem, give value, and make sure you have a clear CTA. Speak directly to somebody, solve a problem, give value, get them closer to their dream outcome. Try to be engaging and entertaining, try to be fun, and try to be curious, okay? And try to evoke curiosity. We learned about the client avatar. The riches are in the niches. The difference between psychographics and demographics. We learned about stop, step, and switch. My favorite part of the entire training is this, because mindset is more important than skill set. You get your mind right, your life will be right. Just had a coaching call this morning and everyone was like, the mindset is huge in business. We learned about the authority funnel, right? You want to learn not to be a commodity, but to be different and unique, right? A commodity is irreplaceable. It's interchangeable. The only thing you can do is lower your prices, right? We want to up our value. So the authority funnel, which we're going to be sharing with our workflows with you through Go High Level, shows that you're different. You're educating people, you're adding value, they're getting to know you, you're elevating your authority. It's bridging the gap from where they are to where they want to go. They can binge you. You are winning before you arrive. You're giving value in advance. We learned about the LEAP methodology. LEAP stands for local, educate, authority, proactive. All right. We're going to go over more video content ideas today. We went over some yesterday as well. In order to take over your market, no matter what business you're in, whether you're selling info products, whether you're a coach, whether you're a local professional or business, systems and differentiation combined with marketing and exposure, take a picture of this. That is your secret weapon. Okay. Marketing is what? Through educating. Exposure, how do I reach the masses? Anytime you have a 100K idea, write it down and then implement it. And I hopefully by now you can see how you can use this in your business and how this can work for you. I'm just going to stop here for a second. There is nothing special about myself with my success or the people that I help. What's successful about them is that they're doing the thing. Knowledge is not power. Implementation is. Execution and implementation is. Anybody can do anything if they actually put their mind to it and do the work. Everybody wants all the shiny objects, but they're not willing to do the work. You have got to invest the time. Time now or time forever. I'm going to say that again. Hard now or hard forever. People are like, I don't have the time to put systems together. I don't have the time to do this. Well, you're never going to have the time if you don't put the time in. I don't have the money to invest. You're never going to have the money unless you get resourceful and figure it out. Running a business takes time, energy, and resources in the beginning and always, right? But the more you put in now, the more you can make later. It is not going to do it on its own. It does take work, okay? You have to actually do the thing, all right? So there's nothing special about successful people other than they're willing to do the thing. All right. Systems and differentiation and marketing are the backbone behind any business. If you had an authority funnel, a strategic marketing plan, systems and automations, would you have more confidence? The answer should be yes, right? Would you have more credibility? Absolutely. You would be the market leader in your business, your area, or your expertise. It would position you correctly now, which is what you need to be the go-to obvious choice. Why? Because it showcases how unique you are, how different you are, how innovative you are. You are not being a commodity. That's why. We also know because the more value that we can give, the more value that solves problems and answers questions and gets people closer to their goals, the more we will convert. Okay. So you might be thinking this just works for you, Krista. It can't work for me. I don't have time. I'm not good with tech. I don't have any experience. Guess what? I'm new. We hear those all the time. That is why Go Higher Level is allowing me to share my authority funnel, my workflows, my automations, my email sequences with you. You need to learn from somebody who's done the things, skip all the trial and error. That's what's awesome. Okay. So today's focus is going to be on nurture and conversion. All right. Nurture and conversion. Remember, all of these work in unison. We've talked massively about marketing, a ton about lead generation. All right. Results. You've got to have a good program. They will ascend. Now we're going to be talking about how do I take all the marketing efforts, all the lead generation efforts, and how do I now nurture them and how do I convert them? That is going to be our focus today. I want to remind you in your marketing, recency, relevancy, proximity, having something that's ongoing, influential, conflict, and strange. Remember that. I would take a picture of this as we are going through our training today. You want to be thinking about in your marketing. In your hooks, your headlines, your ads, your stories, your emails, your copy, your messaging, your funnels, your workflows, all of your marketing efforts. You cannot have all of those components in every single one of these things, but the more you have, the better that you will do, okay? Again, differentiation, marketing, and exposure is the key to your success. So ask yourself this question. How can you use your unique selling proposition so that it's impossible for you to be compared to your competition, to any other person, to any other business or any other profession? That's what you want to focus on, right? Again, systems and differentiation combined with marketing exposure is your key, okay? So how can you create content to position you as the obvious choice? All right? And you might be thinking, Krista, I'm not good at creating content, right? I don't know like what would make good ads or what get people to binge watch. Go watch the past 2 days. He went all over that, right? I don't have enough time or a team to help me create this stuff. I don't have time to do all of this. Guess what? Don't overthink it. Be authentic. Go live, record, and repurpose. All right? It's just about you all have a cell phone. You look the way you look. You can't put a bag over your head when you go meet a client or when you do a video or when you get on a sales call. That's what you look like. 95% of marketers say video has helped them increase brand awareness. 90% of marketers say video has helped them generate leads. 87% of marketers say video has directly influenced sales. 96% of marketers reported that video marketing has helped them increase user understanding of their product or service. People buy what they understand. People buy what they trust. 79% of people say that they've been convinced to buy or use a service by watching a brand's video. You are a brand. You are a service. They are buying you. 79% more likely to use you. So if you want to stand out, you need to be different. Okay, let me ask you guys a question. You ladies, men, women, he, she, whatever you are. How many of you, they would say that you've been watching me now for we're on the 3rd day. Okay. Even John called me yesterday and was like, well, it's really been great to get to know you. Like he's mostly been watching me, right? And he said, it's really great to get to know you. I love it. Nice seeing your personality and all that. How many of you feel like you know me more today than you did yesterday, than the day before? How many of you are like, man, this girl is not just some hot looking blonde chick. She actually knows her stuff, right? Now you trust me more. Some of you have already downloaded the funnels. Some of you have already gone and requested to be friends or followed me on social media. Why? Because I'm adding value and I'm helping you. I'm serving, not selling, adding value, showcasing my authority, positioning myself as an expert, and I've aligned with Go High Level, and you trust Go High Level. All of these things work in unison. So I want you remember we talked about on the first day, I said, I want you to look at the process you're going through right now. You're basically watching a video. It's live right now, whether you're watching this later, it's not, but it's like you're watching a video of me doing a training, educating, helping. And now all of a sudden, you know me more. If I was to call you today and say, let's go to lunch, you'd be like, let's go, hopefully. Or you're like, no, Krista, you probably eat too much. A month ago, you'd be like, who the heck is Krista? I'm not going to go to lunch with you. I'm busy. And that is exactly how your product and your service will work when you educate people properly, show up where they're looking, add value, and help solve their problems. 93% of brands got a new customer because of a video on social media. Social media with video have 48% more views. Video is your secret weapon. I want you to understand that, okay? But there's a trick. You have to do it right. Remember yesterday we talked about it doesn't make a difference if you do video and you don't utilize the brand awareness strategy that I showed you. Organic traffic works, but it takes a long time. And it, quite frankly, is more expensive in the long run, okay? You need to invest. Some of you are worried about what you look like. That's me with a missing tooth. You see that? I actually did a training with a missing tooth, all right? And that doesn't matter. Just be real, be unpolished, be yourself. This is an ad of me that I did as a hot mess in Hawaii with my craziest hair. Got a ton of attention because it stopped the scroll. Okay, it stopped the scroll. Now, there's something called a parasocial relationship. And what a parasocial relationship is that research shows that when you see somebody on the other side of a screen, you start to develop a one-sided relationship with them. I want you to think about when you watch TV, okay? Like, how many of you feel like you know John? You see him on these things. Like you feel like you know him, right? You've developed a relationship with him. How many of you have ever cried watching a television show, cheered for the good guy, hated the bad guy? That is a parasocial relationship. That's exactly what you are creating. I cannot tell you how many people tell me, Krista, I see your commercials. I see your commercials. John, this is true. In my own area, me and Steve went to dinner on Sunday night. And this guy was like, oh my gosh, you're the marketing girl. Now, because they saw me through Go High Level, he's like, oh, I use Go High Level. That was just a picture, right? And it was like the first time locally, I haven't been referred to as the realtor, because locally, everyone knows me as the realtor. Mm-hmm. Nationally, people know me as the marketer, right? But I was like, yay, finally, I'm not more than just the realtor, so.
No, to your point, like when folks are going through the airport or they wear one of our shirts, we even hear stories that, oh my God, I wore the High Level hoodie that I got from the event and they thought I worked for High Level.
Yeah.
And it's just like there's that brand camaraderie. And I think what you're trying to share with us is here, and this parasocial really just gave me the goosebumps, because it makes more and more sense in the day-to-day, the psychology around what we watch, how we watch it, and why we're loyal to brands and shows and pretty much, streaming services as a whole. And it's powerful because once we start to really understand the why and the how, we can start doing better storytelling.
Oh, yeah. Facts tell, stories sell.
Amen.
Yeah, so good.
Put myself on mute, Krista. You're going to get me going.
Okay, so video. What's your video goals? Your video goals are to establish a parasocial relationship, right? Because it's a one-sided relationship, but your audience is feeling that one-sided relationship towards you, okay? And it's essential because this one-sided relationship that creates this feeling makes them more likely to want to convert. This feeling evokes trust, an emotional connection, and you become their filter. Now, let me ask you this question. Think about this right now. Your success work was to understand your client avatar. What is the biggest question that you get asked from your client avatar? John, what's yours? What do you get asked? I'm going to guess it. I'm going to guess what it is. I'm going to put it in the chat, and I'm not going to hit enter, and I'm not going to enter. So hold on, before you say it, I'm going to say, Hold on. Oh, yeah. What is it? Why was that down?
Yeah.
I didn't mean to hit enter.
Yeah, and we spoke about this yesterday briefly. Yeah, it's my whole thing is like, because I was new in the ecosystem at one point, and I wasn't the type to like ask questions in groups, and I really didn't build a lot of relationships. I always learned from a distance, like from these type of workshops, and I would always like hope that someone asked the question that I would have asked to help me make use of it. So for me, it's like I just want to make sure new people feel welcome, but most importantly, they know how to use what they're getting. So you
Yes,
actually hit it on the dot.
it can work. So mine was, I bet his thing is, so the answer is this. You'll notice, like, what's the biggest question that you get asked? John, throughout the event, has said, well, does this work for new people, Krista? And I'm like, yes, because he knows that's a question. You need to be answering questions that you people are asking. Give them the information. Tell them what they're looking for. Okay. All right. So remember about the ideal client bot. This is something we're going to be sharing with people that end up, and this is not just ChatGPT. This is, I have multiple artificial intelligence coaches. We've created bots to help our students create more content, have more confidence, do better. So we have an ideal avatar bot, and we also have a content creator. Let me go back. A content creator bot, right? That we're going to be sharing with people that join the Go High Level trial. And so look out for that. This will save you a ton of time. We've spent hours and hours building these bots, and our students love them. Okay. So why this is important, because you're going to discover exactly what your ideal client wants, so that you can, they'll binge you, you can get feedback, inspiration for content ideas, hooks and scripts, so you can collect more attention. That's the whole idea here. Okay. So let me give you an example of what this looks like. All right. So the idea is, this is like you're putting information in about your client avatar. It's already in there, and you're saying, create me 25 hooks, and look what it spits out. Okay. Ever feel like your followers are just numbers? Let's turn them into your success story. Think monetizing your passion is selling out. Let's debunk that myth together. You're not just an influencer, you're an untapped gold mine. Here's why. Remember, this person is going after influencers who want to work on Instagram. We talked about that yesterday. Okay. You can also tell it, create me some short form content, right? Ever felt like technology is moving too fast for your business to keep you up? You're not alone. Body, hi. Now notice there was a hook in the beginning. You never say, hey, I'm Krista. You have 6 seconds to capture someone's attention. This bot is built to know how to help you create content the right way, so the guesswork is taken out of it. Okay. And it can create long form content that you can use on your funnels, that you can use on your socials, that you can use as posts, that you can use as email. You can say, create me an email for this avatar in regards to XYZ. Okay. So now let's talk about video goals. Authenticity. All right. Do you know how important authenticity is? I was just recently watching a video from one of my coaches, and he said that authenticity is one of the biggest keys to conversion over anything else and developing close relationships with people. Do you know that I think now more than ever how true that is? And do you want to know why? Because there's a bunch of fake crap out there, and everyone's like fake book, and people love authenticity. And I will tell you, one of the reasons why I'm so successful is because of how authentic I am. I'm myself. I am real. You've seen me here. I've made mistakes. I'm not perfect. And people like that, because nobody is. Nobody wants perfect. So be yourself. You don't have to be like me. Like, please don't. You don't want to be, right? But be yourself. If you're more stoic and business-ish, that's okay. Be yourself. You're going to attract more of that. I'm a little bit more of a hyper, free-loving, fast-moving pace person, and you either love that or you don't. But if you do, you're attracted to me. Be yourself. Okay. So authenticity sells more than anything else. So don't be afraid to be you. Okay. Also, consistency and credibility sells. Be consistent, right? People need to, like, they can't just see you one time and never see you again. That's going to not give your brand credibility. You want to be yourself, right? Now let's talk about video topics. video ideas beyond just your niche. Now, Krista, why would I talk about things that aren't in my niche? Because it's going to help you reach a broader audience. Okay. It's going to help you reach a broader audience. And also, people don't just always want to hear about your niche. All right. So let's kind of go over a little bit about that. Also, we're going to be talking about, this is going to help you build a connection with your ideal audience. Okay. When you're not only always just talking about your niche. So one of the things I like to tell people about what we're going to be going over now is that when you start talking about other things besides just business, you're demonstrating to your audience, to your community, that you're actually genuinely interested in them and that you're a real person. What did John ask me when this thing first started? He was like, Krista, people were asking a little bit about you. Okay. They were asking about you. And I was like, oh man, okay. I didn't realize that. Why? Because it isn't always just about business. Okay. Now, with that being said, let's talk about a few things that you can do and some video topics. You might want to take pictures of this. I'm going to go very, very fast. All right. You can highlight the features and amenities of different aspects of your business that your ideal client might be interested in. Okay, that's a video topic. Do tours. Testimonials. Now, when you utilize testimonials, try not to just be like, try to use them in a story based, right? Like telling a story and relate it to, a client that at one time was demonstrating something, the problem that they want solved, and relate it to, my gosh, I had this problem before. I was very overweight. I tried every single diet in the world that didn't work. And it made me feel, like embarrassed in my clothes. I didn't feel sexy. I was having trouble, being around people because of it. I just had no confidence at all. Wasn't able to get a girlfriend or boyfriend because of the lack of confidence. And when I started using John Bermudez Go High Level Diet Plan, it was easy. I look good naked again. I'm sexy as hell. I got a new girlfriend and life is amazing. Okay. That's how you use a testimonial, because it tells a story. It evokes emotion. It's also dealing with the problem that your client ideal avatar has. So you want to make sure that you're helping people go towards that. You're helping them when that happens. Myths. Excellent videos to do. Myths. Debunk common myths about your niche, right? I'll give you a good one with my niche. When I sell high ticket, when I teach people how to sell high ticket, people think that they have to sell low ticket first. And I'm all, no, you don't need to sell low ticket. So I'll do videos around how the whole value ladder is a bunch of bull crap. And they've been taught the value ladder for years and years. And I say, the value ladder is not right. And here's why. Okay. So think about what you can do. Advice: discuss the pros and cons of XYZ related to your niche. What are the pros and cons of selling high ticket versus low ticket, right? The cons are, it costs $50 to acquire a customer. And if you're selling a product for $7, you're 7 times in the hole. Okay. Pros and cons. Related industry spotlights. Showcase other businesses that have something to do with your business. How can you collaborate, make connections? Why is this really good as well? Because when you collaborate with other businesses, you're being in front of their audience, they're being in front of your audience, and any research shows that, do you know that the lifetime value of a customer is 16 times more when there's a referral? Okay. When somebody puts you in front of their audience, it's just like a referral, which means that any business you develop from them putting you in front of them should last 16 times more. Okay. It's true. Yeah. So like anytime anybody wants to, like, I shouldn't even, like when Go High Level asked me to do this, I would do this for free. Like, just to be in front of their audience is such an honor. I wouldn't have to, like, I would do it for free because I understand the value of being in front of their audience. Right. And why is this so important? You got to think about this, especially with a brand like Go High Level. They would never in a million years risk their brand and put somebody in front of them that they didn't know could actually serve you and help you. So it elevates the authority. It's the same with you. So when you start masterminding and doing content and collaborating with other audiences, and you put each other in front of each other's audiences, that's like the biggest testimonial you can ever do. So that's great content to be able to do videos on. Okay. Behind the scenes, give viewers a glimpse of what goes on behind the scenes in your day-to-day work. What's happening, not just work related. Predictions, share your expert predictions. What do you predict will happen? I did this every year in real estate. Every year in real estate, in October, I would predict how many homes would be on the market in January. And I was like, always right. It was crazy, right? Because I knew the market so well. And people would be like, you're, and why is this important? Because when you do this, you show your confidence. Q&A sessions. Host live Q&A sessions where you answer common questions about your niche. Parks and like showcase local things. Now, this is like local. If you're a local business, a local professional, you can showcase local parks, hiking trails, recreational facilities. You're like, well, Krista, why would I do that? Because it shows you're involved in your community. You want people to know you outside of your profession. And when they see you there, they remember that you do this other thing. And somehow you're like, oh, and by the way, say you're a chiropractor. What I love doing at this park is I love like getting on the bench and doing this stretch and blah, blah, blah. You insert aspects of it. Now, let's just say you're not local. A local business. How can you utilize something similar to this and showcase other areas of your business, maybe online, meeting groups, social clubs, and things like that? Okay. It goes far beyond. Information, schools, and education, local, national, relating to what you do. Okay. I hope this is making sense. History, share something, historical facts and stories about your niche. What are some cool things about your niche? Like, for example, did you know that in real estate, the first real estate newspaper ad was actually written over 300 years ago? Now, why do I tell that story? So why are people still advertising in the newspaper or in magazines when it was a 300-year-old strategy? We have this thing called social media, video. You get it? Okay. Business spotlights. Interview other businesses in relationship to yours. Heroes. Who are heroes? Who are OGs in your niche? Who that aren't competing with you, but collaborating with you. Health and wellness. Discuss health and wellness resources. Okay. Both health and wellness for physical, but also health and wellness for your business. Market trends. Discuss the broader impact and how they impact your niche. All right. Shopping, schools, malls, online stores, unique boutiques related to your niche. Okay. I mean, there's so much. Let me give you an example here. Let me stop sharing so I could give you an example. I like to batch edit. So let me share and I'll do this. Oh, well, I didn't do it. Okay. So batch editing is awesome. So what I love to do is I love to choose a day and I film. Okay, I'm filming today, which I shouldn't be because my voice is killing me. Have an objective, right? What's my objective for today? All right. Scripts. Have your scripts ready and prepared. I'm going to show you a way not to have to use scripts. Any props. Have your props on hand. Change clothes in between takes. All right. Change. This is so important. Change the intro and the outro. So let me give you an example by this. All right. I will have a body of, let's just say I'm doing a video for a Facebook ad. I will have the body be the same, but I'll change the hook and I'll change the outro. So I might, because I want to see which hook is getting more interest. And I'll change the outro depending on if I'm driving traffic to a authority funnel, to download a PDF, to watch another video, to join a Facebook group. The body is the same. Information, education, the hook changes and the exit does. Okay. Saves me so much time and I could utilize it and I can test which one's getting the most attention. Okay. I'm shooting a bunch of content today and it's not that hard at all. What I do is I just put some shirts here, different colors, make sure my hair looks good, change, keep the pants on, super easy. Come take a look. Here's a new shirt. Here's the mic that I use. It's called a Rode Wireless Goat, right? Goat. Okay. Goat. Don't be stressed with these moving tips. Now that your house is actually pending, see how easy this is? Now listen, here's what we also do. We record one video here. Then we come over here in the same shirt because I want to wear different shirts and we record a TikTok. You notice it afterwards, but it's okay. We're fired. Okay.
I'll
Easy peasy. Think of a new thing. Think of a new TikTok. Gotta take a content break. I need to actually get ready for my appointment. That's in 28 minutes. What is happening at the national and local level in the housing market by presenting one more video left. We're rock stars. You should celebrate your success just like I'm doing when you do something well. You're gonna get tons of mindset stuff in my new best-selling book, Stop, Snap, and Switch. This book has literally made me millions and millions of dollars because of my mindset. Now let's go shoot this last video. They need a couple, right?
So the other three is...
And that's how I shoot my content for the day. We got 16 videos done in about 50 minutes. Okay, easy peasy, right? I'm shooting out your content. Some of you might be thinking like, Krista, that's hard. I can't do that. I didn't start there, but I started. Go ahead, John.
That was just like a whole behind the scenes. And, you know, for someone that is looking at this and they're excited, they're optimistic, and now they see all of the stuff that you go through. How do we get them to see the big picture and not worry about all the little obstacles like getting the green screen, finding a high-end camera? Do I need this? Do I need that? My house doesn't look like that. Do I need to do outside? Like all these different elements that someone that's not where you're at the moment is thinking about, because they want to do it to at least a standard, maybe not, you know, the best, but a standard. And the standard is what's holding them back. Mm-hmm. Is there any tips or anything that you can share with that part? But then also, where do you get this energy and this, like, what's the self-talk like that you tell yourself to like get in that actor mode, that work mode?
That's such a good question. Okay. So first of all, when I first started, I just had my cell phone. I would get in front of a window and I would like put books up so like the books could stand, hold my cell phone, right? And that's how I started. And I would just do a lot of retakes. And then I realized, you know what? I don't care if it's perfect. Like done is better than perfect. Good is better than great. Starting is better than never, right? And I was scared. It was hard for me. And I've been doing this now, video content, for like 12 years. So I started video content in real estate when nobody was doing it. Like, I mean, nobody, right? And that's why I blew up so quickly in real estate. Like when the market shifted, my business shifted, and then I started doing video and my business went right back up again because nobody else was doing it. And I was seen as like, I was differentiating myself, right? But I had to put myself out there, and I just started. And I know that some people think like, oh, Krista, you know, I've heard this before. And I hope this doesn't make me sound conceited, like, well, you're pretty and you look, you know, I'm like, people, I told you, I have not lived at home since I was 13. I had physical abuse as a child. I lived in a juvenile hall, and then I got sent to a group home. Then I went to a foster home. There's a lot of mental garbage in my head about feeling worthy, feeling liked, feeling accepted. I have had to work really hard on my mindset to get on camera. I know that right now I'm doing good on this thing, hopefully, but I used to like freak out being in front of people because of I've had to really learn to love myself, right? And so I utilize the stop, snap, and switch method. I've had obviously plenty of counseling and all that, like everybody else. And I just really focus on like, what am I saying to myself? Because I know that if I'm sitting there thinking about what everyone's thinking, if they're going to like me, if I make a mistake, I'm going to be like, oh my God, I'm not doing anything because people can be mean. I know that I just have to make my message and my purpose more important, right? In fact, I'm going to show you something. Just so you can see this really quickly here. So, this is my manifesto, and you can't see the first sign, but it says, I'm a loving, loyal, supportive wife, mother, and friend. I'm a philanthropist. I'm the #1 trainer in the world. I speak at trainings with thousands of people. I am a leader. I positively affect every life that I touch. I make a difference in the world. I uplift and I upbuild those around me. I help others create more financial freedom and time. I am building community market leaders across the country who make an impact on their communities and who are go-givers. Now, notice I didn't have to read that because it's backwards, and I just know it because I read it. But in here it says, I speak at trainings. I have trainings with thousands of people. When I wrote this 6 years ago, I had not one person, and I was scared to death to speak in front of people. As I told you, I called myself Christa Mure when I was Christa Mashore, because one time when I was speaking in front of 10 people at a local thing. It is all about mindset. And doing things like this, having a manifesto, like doing positive affirmations, focusing what I'm thinking about, and just knowing like done is better than perfect, and I can't get better. And now I consider myself a really good teacher. Like I am, like when I first started, I didn't have any, of those Go High Level awards. I didn't have any, I didn't know what a funnel was. I just had to start. And so what I'll tell all of you is you just have to start and know that things will happen if you just don't give up. And things are going to get hard, but you've got to keep going and surround yourself with the right people who are going to support you in your venture.
Yep. And I want to take this question to for our advanced users. So, our ecosystem at High Level is very large, wide variety of beginners, mid-level, and then it's super advanced, and those that are competing with national publicly traded companies that sell our software and don't even promote themselves. They're like stealth, right? Mm-hmm. And they're successful the way they're doing it, and maybe they're not incorporating video personality, the parasocial approach. If they're successful doing that now, and with this training, all they're doing is adding that extra level of exposure. For you being a decision maker for a large business, when you buy products, you buy software, how are you sizing up brands? Are you sizing up brands by their commercials? Are you sizing it up by their reputation? Is there an attachment that maybe you have to one brand versus another because of a personality associated? Like, how does the video part work with maybe a medium-sized company to a larger software company?
So for me, I don't care about the size of anything. I care about, number one, do they have good service? Can they get me a good result? Are they taking good care of me? Sometimes smaller brands are better than big ones because you're going to get more personalized attention and they're going to care more, right? Like I'm going to relate this to real estate, and here's why. I have been with every big company, Keller Williams. I'm with EXP now. Realty World, Intero. I had my own brokerage, Homes by Krista. It never mattered if I was with Keller Williams, one of the biggest companies, EXP, one of the biggest companies, or my own brokerage. I was always a top 1% agent. People were buying me because, number one, I marketed the heck out of myself. No one cared about the company. They cared about me. And think of either whether it's you or a product. It's either you as a business owner, a professional, right? An entrepreneur, or it's you as a product, as a service. People are going to buy whatever the one that does the best job that they know about. Like they have to know about you. So you've got to market yourself, and then you've got to do a darn good job. Okay.
So to that point, then, so with the videos that you shared, the scenarios, the tours, the testimonials, when running any sort of business marketing, it doesn't require you to do crazy tricks and stop the scroll obnoxiously. It's telling that story, let's say through the consultative storytelling of the testimonial, maybe a behind the scenes at an office, maybe spotlighting employees working together or on-site events. Is that the way that one of our software companies that are working with us as white label can leverage video on top of what they're doing great?
Yes. And no, it doesn't have to just be video. It's just got to be video is the best source of education you'll ever do. I can guarantee you that. Like no matter what, you just saw the stats. But you can start with like, they have these talking heads now. They have AI, it's information. My husband is always listening to this AI thing on social media. That's like this same voice talking about like inspiration and motivation. It's not a person, it's a voice. And he loves it. It's like, what is going to interest your avatar? Will a video help them? Then do it. Is it a PDF or a resource? Is it a guide? It's educational resource that's going to make a difference. Okay. And if you can add video to it, you will 86 your success. We just saw all those stats.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. It just, sometimes, this video could be a little bit of a vanity metric to people's opinion.
Of course. People are worried about they're worried about things. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just want to make sure that our audience, whatever level they're at, showcasing the story around your brand, the impact you're making, maybe spotlighting some community events, even if you're selling software as a service or servicing other small businesses with your software as a service. just getting out there consistently is what you've been sharing. So I just wanted to make sure we reiterate that, because you're giving wealth of information and you're giving the structure and the framework. We just got to put that to work. So yeah, we'll get you the water, Krista. I promise. We're getting you water. We got you.
You're so cute. You're so cute. You're like, well, so I'm sorry about that. I want to be able to show something. I want to be able to show a video of somebody that's going to help with the question you just asked.
Amazing.
And I'll tell you something, everyone. One of the biggest fears that my students talk about is they are worried about video. They're afraid of what they look like. They're afraid of what they sound like. But the more they do it, the more they practice, and the more they see the results, now they're like, I don't give a crap, man. That's what I look like. I'm doing it. You know, like that's what it's all about. So I'm going to show you a video as soon as I get it. That'll help a lot of you with that too.
Awesome. Thank you for answering those questions. Back to you.
And sorry for yelling. I wanted to get that. Okay.
Oh, don't worry.
So this is really awesome. So there's no thing that's an overnight success. All right, everyone. So when you start doing something here at A, you don't see the results until over here, right? You do something here at B, you don't see the results until over here. Okay. And you'll notice that it's like things don't happen overnight. So if you don't see the results of anything you're doing in business, you've got to keep going, because this is how business is. This is how getting better at something is. It's like at first you go up and then you go down a little bit, up and down. And then all of a sudden you just have major growth, major success. Okay. That is how things are. You have to let yourself get past the finish line. If we have time today, I want to go over the stages of learning. Thank you, hon. The stages of learning, because when you first, and I'm going to be saying this wrong, but when you first learn about something, what happens is this. First of all, a lot of you are at a phase right now where you're really realizing, oh my gosh, I'm learning a lot about marketing I didn't know, learning a lot about video I didn't know. So the good thing is like now you know. You're in a phase where now you know, okay? And for a lot of you, you're going to get to a point where you're going to like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go high level. I'm going to learn these systems. I'm going to start doing video. I'm just going to start with go high level and getting in a funnel done or my workflows done. And when you're learning something new, again, you guys know as a teacher, you're learning something new, things are hard, okay? It's like it takes you longer than normal. You don't see the results as first. You get frustrated, all right? But if you'll just let it get past the finish line, get past the hard, it's like Tiger Woods, you give him a golf club, he knows how to hit it, right? Put Oprah Winfrey in front of an audience, she knows how to talk to them and make them cry and spill their guts out, right? But it wasn't like that when she started. You've got to get past the hard to get to the good. And if you don't get past the hard to get to the good, it's never going to be good. All right. Like if you think that business is hard and things are difficult, like now, just imagine what it's going to look like if you keep doing what you're doing. You've got to give yourself the chance to learn something and get through the hard so that it can be good. And that's exactly how video, business, funnels, workflows, everything is. And all the good stuff is on the other side of the hard. Okay. All right. So, and remember, when you utilize video the right way and you reach more people, add more value, have more impact, you're going to influence them to want to work with you more. All right. Everyone say, I'm next. If Krista can do it, I can, right? If Krista can do it, I can, because that's true. But you've got to quit or commit. And I say, let's commit. All right. I say, let's commit. Okay. And also ask yourself this question: will it make the boat go faster? Will it make the boat go faster if you have systems, if you have processes, if you incorporate video, if you just start with one of them and then get good at it and then add another thing, right? Will it make the boat go faster? It will. And I hope that you're seeing how this can work for you, because, because it will. It'll work if you work it, right? These marketing techniques, they convert like magic. They really, really do. So ask yourself this question: is there a transformation cycle in your business? Are you, and could it be that if you're not as successful as you want to be, could it be that the reason you're not is because you don't have systems, you don't have processes, you're not using marketing? It's not that you suck or that you failed in the past, is that you haven't had the systems and the processes and the strategies to get you where you want to go. That's what it is. It's not you. Okay. It's that you haven't had what you need to get the success that you want. And you did ask me one more question earlier. You said, like, how do I have the energy that I have? I choose to get up every day and I make the choice to have energy. High energy equals high income. I say it all the time. High energy equals high income, right? I want to be a energy giver, not an energy taker. And I cannot tell you how many people have told me, Krista, we hired you because of your energy. So I wake up every day and choose to have energy. And that's why I have that, by the way. All right. Oh, don't forget, if you go to KristaMashore.com/GHL, tons of freebies there. Also, if you want to get their workflows, GoHighLevel.com/KristaMashore offer. You're going to get a ton of bonuses that we Go High Level is offering to help you succeed. Okay. All right. So every agent has I shouldn't say agent, sorry. Every business has a few problems, right? They want more leads, more clients, more sales, more referrals to retain more clients, and they want more people to refer them. Okay. So if you have consistency, you are going to need to leverage automation, and you're going to need to deliver to get conversations and appointments. Okay. You've got to leverage the conversations to get the appointments. It's not just the leads that you want. All right. So how do we get more leads? How do we get more conversations? How do we capture more leads? How do we nurture more leads, which are clients, right? How do we close and convert more? How do we close more? How do we have more conversations, close more conversations, have more sales? How do we get more people to want to work with us so we can have more customers, more repeat clients, and more referrals? Okay. So I want to show you a little bit about what I call an absolute all-in-one CRM that Go High Level uses. Okay. So the idea is this: how do I spend less time qualifying and more time closing? Now, the system does the qualifying and the nurturing for you so that you can spend more time closing. All right. So one of the features that Go High Levels has is the missed callback feature, which I love, right? It's like somebody called, you would not believe how many people do not call people back. They've got a very easy capture call called a missed callback feature. All right. Why do they have this? If you're a small business, if you're an entrepreneur or an expert, you're busy, you're on the phone. Right now, I'm on the phone right now. I'm on a call. I've been on a call since 8 o'clock. That means for 4 hours, I can't answer my phone. 64% of inbound calls to small businesses go unanswered every day. A lot of you, just to let you know, are a small business, even if you're a larger business, right? You're an entrepreneur, you're an expert, you're a coach, you're pretty much probably a small business. Does this work? Yes. There's a company called Setup. Yeah, and the setup on this is very easy. You check a single box and Go High Level, boom, you have missed callback. Is it proven? Yes, they did a 5-day challenge with this, and they're showing how well it works for businesses. Okay. So also, they've got two-way SMS plus chat. You can chat right from your phone with people. Okay. They have a question. You can write like two-way chat right in your system, right on your phone to make it nice and easy for your business. Why is two-way SMS important, and why is a chat widget important? Right? 75% of people would rather text than talk. So text widget on your website, text widget that you can utilize on your funnels, text widget you can use everywhere. Okay, that simple, easy stuff that you can do. 9 out of 10 people read the text that they receive within the first 3 minutes. The open rate for text messages is 98%. Email rate is only 20%. Okay. Doesn't mean email doesn't work. It does, as long as you give good quality emails. The response rate for text is 45%, whereas email is only 6%. All right. And it generates more leads. We love texting. We text people to show up to a call, to show up to an event. To remind them about the event. We're texting like crazy. Okay. Does it work? Yes. Podium is a $3 billion company that focuses on texting. All right. Nurture and close. Consolidated mobile conversations. This is amazing. Go High Level has a function in it where you can talk with all of your leads from Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, the mobile apps, all these different platforms, and you can talk to everybody in one place. Why is this important? Because it's difficult managing multiple channels, right? It's confusing. It's hard. You're losing leads that way. Businesses lose leads every day on their social channels. Okay. So it makes it nice and easy for you. And also, you're on the go. You're busy. You can't check 15 places. Go High Level has everything all in one place for you. Okay. at the bottom each time. If the setup and doesn't work, just look at that so I don't have to repeat it because my voice is going out. Okay. Video text messages. Oh my gosh, I love video text messaging. Okay. People want to do business with people. I teach my students to do video text messages to get leads, to fill up their events, to fill up their webinars, to fill up their programs, to talk to get new appointments, right? Do a video text, say their name. Don't ask for business at first. Say something personal. And you want to know what happens every single time? People say, "Oh my gosh, you just made my day." Okay. 93% of companies who send personalized videos see an increase in conversion rates. I have a client that did over $2.5 million in GCI just from video text messages alone. Okay. That's about, what is that? It's around $250,000 in commissions. It's a lot of money in commissions. Maybe not 30. Yeah. Anyways, it's a lot. Okay. All right, convert. There's bots. They have bots. I love the bots. Okay. They've got these AI bots. In fact, I can even show it to you a little bit. Let me see here. All right. I'm just going to go ahead and I want to show this, but that's okay. Cause then I can use the bathroom. So let me just admit that. Push play here.
Hey guys, so this is a quick explainer on the Facebook comment and DM automation. So what you're looking at is the workflow, and let's talk about the specific elements. So we'll start with the triggers. So trigger number one is Facebook comment on a post, right? So that's one of the new features launched by GHL. So, but you just have to, to specify your Facebook page, your the post, and the specific post, right? You can also turn on or off if you only want to track the first level comments. If you want to continue commenting, with this workflow, you just simply have to turn that off. There's a reason why we have that turned on, and we'll talk about that later. Okay. Sorry. This is trigger number two. Customer replied via Facebook Messenger. And in this case, we're doing this with a specific keyword or trigger word. Okay, so in this example, we're using sell 10K keyword. And then when people send that message, then it's going to trigger this workflow. Okay, so moving on, we just simply need to identify which trigger they came from because there's different variables to consider, right? So if it's Facebook comment, then there's a different path for that. And then Facebook DM also has a different path, right? So if it's a Facebook comment, then we've added or we're using a ChatGPT 3.5 version to simply prepare a response from the message that was, or from the comment on the post. And just a little information about your business and yourself in here that would help the AI come up with a response. Okay, so same goes with, so if you notice, there's a variable for the FB comment and there's also a different variable. So it's almost the same, only that the only difference is that, this one is using message body, this one is using Facebook comment. Okay, so that's pretty much it, right? And then respond on comment, basically, we don't need to do that for Facebook DM, only on Facebook's comment. Next step is analyze the comment identify positive, negative. It's the same thing, only that this Facebook comment is using this field, FB comment field, and then this one's basically using the message body, right? And then both will have the same journey. You can always just continue whatever you want. If you want a different approach for DMs, you can do so. Just remove the go-to and just create your own. But in our example here, we're simply going to continue the conversation in Facebook Messenger for both comment and DM, right? So, and we're gonna just end the conversation for the ones with negative responses or messages. Okay, so pretty much you can do whatever you like from here. You can send an email, send a link to have them download the PDF or your ebooks, or invite them to like your Facebook page, YouTube. There's a lot of things that you can insert from here. In this example, we're simply gonna send them a very simple message, and you can even send them a link, invite to your event if you have it somewhere. Something like this. So, and it's gonna dynamically pull that that information from that field or value into that message. There's a set default timeout of 1 minute though. In this case, it's gonna end after 1 minute, but you can always add a follow-up messenger. Yeah, if you wanna send them a quick message or a follow-up, you know, it's always up to you. In this example, we'll try to keep it simple just to kind of show you how this automation works.
Hey, Krista.
All right, I hope
My
that makes
question.
sense.
Yeah.
My question with this is, when you do your training with your team, when folks join into your community, are they getting videos like this on how to set everything up? Is this one of those
Yeah.
scenarios?
Oh yeah, big time. We help them, but you guys do an incredible job. That's why I'd rather partner with
But
you guys.
this was explained differently. It seems like it was explained in this example how you all run your program. So can that be something that somebody were to, get started with you, after this training or start to follow you and enroll in one of your coaching programs? Do they receive that type of support like
We
that?
give them, we have office hours for, I call mine the Mashore method. So, which we have for realtors and for entrepreneurs, experts and coaches. We give them, we have office hours, like a bunch of them, where they can jump in and get help from us and all that. We walk them through it. Yes, absolutely. We're building our bots. We're building like all of our AI within our systems for our people so that they could use them,
I think like, so one of the biggest hurdles that folks have using high level as a whole is the creativity of how do I use these features. So like when you went over some of the features that you use in your business and you use coaching your clients, you're using some of the most basic features we have within our platform.
Yes.
Which is amazing because.
And that's what I just was showing you, like those features, like for example, what we just showed you was I can take and go high level, all these different areas, messenger, DM, I can do a post, which I'm going to show you in a minute. And then within the system, it answers people for me, gives them PDFs, does all of it for me. They're doing all the work for me. And it's a very simple feature within Go High Level. And Go High Level will help you do it. Like you guys have the best support ever, better than me. You know what I mean? Like your support's awesome.
We appreciate it. And I think, just for the encouragement for someone that's listening in, maybe they've been a Go High Level user for some time. They know the features are there. They just haven't had the time to really implement them or don't have maybe the strategy to implement them. It looks like if they watch the last few days, there'll be some use cases on how and why you should implement the Go High Level feature with the brand awareness strategy to attract your ideal client.
Absolutely. So here's an example. Okay. This is an example of me doing a post. I love giveaways.
It's a little grainy on our end. I don't know if it's just too there we go. That's better.
But okay. I'm giving away my client journey map to the first 15 people who DM me. So then my bot is now going, when they DM me, my bot is then going to give them, they're going to be put in a workflow like he just showed you, and it's going to give them the lead magnet for me. This is a Facebook post. Okay. Here's another one. I went to a thing with Grant Cardone. Grant Cardone wrote his 15 biggest mistakes in business on this piece of paper in his hand. DM me 10 to get a copy of this. And now it's going to automatically send this to people. These DMs work amazingly, by the way, because it's serving, not selling. It's a part of the whole process I just told you about. Now notice, this isn't a video, right? It doesn't have to always be a video. It's what does your ideal client want?
A good point.
Yes, right? So some of you are like, oh my God. I mean, how many of you wouldn't want that? Like, I want to know, Grant Cardone's a billionaire. I want to know what are his big 10 biggest mistakes, right? I mean, I'm literally 1 foot from him. You can see that I was there. All right, here's another one. Top producer lead funnel. DM me again, and then my bot is going to take over. I just do this once, set it up. So for those of you that are like, oh my God, I can't do this, it's too hard. You can't afford not to. Like you wonder why successful people are successful is they've taken the time to do the thing. Here's another one. Freebie alert. I want to give 40 people in this group a sneak peek. This isn't a Facebook group, right? Of one of my chapters in my new game, I wrote a book called, it was actually the $1 Million a Month model. and I gave people a chapter in that book to help get excitement for the book, to help get more leads, to help add more value, to grow my list. Okay. Here's another one. Smash your goals, right? This isn't just about goal setting and micro commitments worksheet. It's a worksheet. None of these are videos. Again, the bot's going to do the work for me. The bot's going to do the conversations, the workflows, give them the worksheet, do it all. Okay. Here's an example.
Just to confirm here, maybe you're leveraging Canva. So if somebody is not the best graphic artist, they can go to Canva, they can use a free account, maybe take a photo of themselves, add that photo in the graphic, and then put the messaging. And then you're saying, when you connect it to high level, activate the DM conversation feature, and that now automates your awareness and then the delivery of what you're offering. And that's what you're showing you do here.
Yes, exactly. So you create a lead magnet, boom, and then it does all the triggers, right? It's like add a tag. Now it's also tagging people. I know this person came in because they wanted the guidebook. So I know that they're then I'm going to give them, it says lead magnet submitted, right? And then there's an email that goes out. And then there's day one, right? So it's not hard to do. These things are very simple to set up, and Go High Level can help you as well. Okay. Here's an example of when they requested the 7 levers for 7 figures, right? It takes them to this Go High Level page where then I'm going to collect their contact information. And I'm only requesting the first name with a star and the email with the star. The other 2 are optional. All right. And all within Go High Level. And we're going to share this with you when you guys decide to get your free trial. All right. Make sense? Was that okay, John?
Perfect. I just, because, there could be a question where, okay, this is all great content wise. How do I implement it with high level? And you've actually broken it down on how you use it, which is amazing, step by step. And again, all the basic features, easy to set up features, and they give their audience exactly what they want in a fast speed.
Yes, absolutely. Good. Now let's just say you want someone to book an appointment. They have an appointment tool that you can book. They have a messaging pool, right? They can book appointments. They can respond to inbound messages, email, text, Facebook Messenger, Instagram DM, Google My Business. Again, all in one place, which makes this nice. And the messaging tool does it. It's automatic, which I love. Here you can see it. Here's our Zoom, right? Gives a Zoom link. Here gives the workflow. We're kind of just trying to show you what it can do. And we've got plenty more teaching left, just kind of just so that you know. Again, here's the messaging tool, right? Assigned to who? Chat, right? Last message direction, inbound, outbound. I mean, it's not difficult. And look at all these different phone numbers here in one spot. Okay. All right. Leads. The idea is this: I want to grow and nurture my contacts in my list, right? I want to then put them on a workflow. I want to either reach out, stick them on my email list, give them more value, warm them up, serve, not sell, know, like, trust. Also, they have a call reporting system that allows you to track and manage like your customer outreach. And these are a lot of things you're not, going to always need to use, but some of them are, right? So I want you just to understand, like, you don't need all of these things, but are there a few things that I could do to make it, easy for me, right? Here's when somebody requested a home evaluation, and then it sent letting me know about the evaluation and sent an email to people. There's just a lot of different ways that you can do with it. Done with you lead nurture workflows. A lot of these workflows are already created. You just change a few things, right? Super simple. Remember, today we're focusing on nurture. We want to nurture. We have these leads. How do we nurture these leads, right? This person opted in. They go on a simple workflow. Now they get my training, my little quick 27-second video. Okay. Not hard. Again, they have pre-built funnels, workflows, emails, SMS templates, right? All of it. And we're going to be giving you a lot of that when you work with us. Why is that important? Because generating leads is great, but I've got to nurture these leads. I got to nurture these leads. Okay. That way I can convert them. That's why a system is so, so important. Okay. Now, this is also an important reason why you want to nurture. Okay. How many contacts does it take to make a sale? All right. The first contact, only 2% of sales are made. The second contact, only 3% of sales are made. Third, 5%. Fourth, 10%. From the 5th to 12th contact, 80% of sales are made. From the 5th to 12th contact, 80% and more of sales are made. So what does that tell you? It tells you that how can we make incremental innovations in our business? If 80% of the sales are made on the 5th through 12th follow-up or interaction, what does that mean for us? We need something to help us with that. So what are you doing to make sure that no leads are left behind? How can you keep showing up? How can you keep adding value from the 5th to on? Okay. You need systems in place. So the more that you have innovation, it's going to get your leads to want to do business with you. Okay. So ask yourself, what are you doing to extend the invitation to get your lead to want to interact with you more? Right? Less than 10% of salespeople make more than 3 contacts. If you're not doing well, ask yourself this question: am I making more than 3 contacts? Remember, today's focus is nurture and conversion. Conversion is commitment. Commitment is certainty. The more they will convert more if you're committed to following up with your process, because it's going to give more certainty to the user. What's uncertainty? Lack of information, lack of trust, lack of conversions. That's what you get when people are uncertain. Okay. And understand this: every single interaction you have, from your video content to your lead magnets, to your text messages, to your emails, are helping you indoctrinate them to get them to want to convert more. But we've got to be consistent with our content. We've got to be consistent with everything, okay? Because we know that with lack of information, lack of belief leads to not as many conversions. We need to create certainty by being more consistent, being more present, offering valuable content that's relevant and easy to find, and also eventually getting to a point where we show that other people have the success. Okay. So now let's go into how the workflows can help you. All right. Your workflows can help you increase your show up rate. It can help you follow up with people who don't take action. It can help you with people who don't join your training, right? That's what a workflow can do. Hey, this person didn't take action. Like, this is really awesome. Okay. This is part of the reason why we do so well. So we have certain workflows that we've done that have different meanings. Okay. So let's just say I'm having an event. Now, when I say an event, I want you to think about, maybe your event is you're going to give a lead magnet away, or your event is you're going to do a VSL or a webinar, or you want them to buy your book. Okay. Let's just say I'm having an event, and part of my event process is I give people access to a portal where they can go through education. Now, let's just say one group of people never even went to the portal. Then I can do a workflow that says, hey, you didn't sign up for your portal. Here's the link. Let's just say, so that's like one workflow. Let's just say one group of people, they actually went to the portal, but they never actually did anything. Then I can say, hey, you went to this portal, but you didn't sign up. Here's a great training within it. Make sure you actually go through the portal and actually do the training. Then I've got a group that actually went to the portal. They signed up and they did a training, but they didn't do, they only took one training and they left. I can say, hey, we miss you. We've got these trainings coming up. Does that make sense? So if you want more conversions, if you take the time to set these things up, it can 100% help you convert more. So a lot of you are thinking, think about this. How many times have you went to go purchase something on a website, or you needed to you need to make a doctor's appointment, right? But you go to the phone call and they're busy, so you just don't call back again for weeks and weeks. Well, what if you had a no callback feature, or something was like, hey, we saw that you called. How can we help you? Right? Many times it's just people are busy and they want you to reach out. Okay. These different types of workflows. I'm thinking about when you go to buy something and you get distracted, and then you get all these marketing things saying, you get an email, you get a text message, hey, here's your product that you didn't purchase. There's a reason why people are doing that, because these workflows help them sell more. They wouldn't be using them if they didn't work. Okay, so workflows increase your show up rate. They follow up with people who didn't take action. So this is what we've done. We did it for people who didn't do anything, for people who didn't join the training portal, because we want to keep them engaged. All right. So the workflows for you log into the portal, but you don't move forward. That's this example. They logged in, but they didn't do anything. I want to put a workflow in place to remind them to do something. Okay. I want to help ascend them to the next level. I want to move leads like continuing to go down the pipeline. That's the idea behind what a funnel can do. And this is kind of an example. I know it's blurry, right? I'm blurring things out, but you can kind of get an idea of what it can do. Okay. So we have workflows for different opt-in times. Okay. So for example, if I have an event and somebody opts in 21 days before the event, they get one workflow. If somebody opts in 14 days, they get a separate workflow. Somebody opts in 7 days, they get a separate workflow, 24 hours in the day of. Well, why would I do that? Because I'm going to be sending, like if they're opting in the day of, I know they need the link. Okay. If they're opting in 7 days before, I know they need nurturing. They need reminders. They need excitement. They need something to make them want to continue to show up. Okay. Here's another. I'm not going to show this because I think they got bored last time. It's only 1 minute. Should I show it or not?
I think we could include the link in the resources.
Okay, perfect.
Because I know I was looking through the slide. You have a lot of extra great stuff here that we want to make sure we cover.
Okay, good. So now, how else can I use it, right? Let's just say I have an evergreen webinar. Well, one of the things that we've done is we've incorporated an evergreen webinar through Go High Level, where when people opt in, if my webinar is in a week, I could say, hey, do you want to watch this right away? That has helped us significantly. Okay. They don't have to wait. They get excited. Very easy to do. All right. Also, we have different triggers. We have event follow-up triggers, right? If somebody watches it for 5 minutes, there's one workflow. 25 minutes, a different workflow. 60 minutes or more, a different workflow. And 90 minutes or more, a different workflow. Why would I do this? If somebody only watched for 5 minutes, how can I re-engage them? What can I do? If somebody watched for 90 minutes, they're probably pretty darn serious buyers. They need a phone call. Okay. I'm not going to show you this, but I want you to get the idea of different types of things that you can do. Now, that right there, just by doing those things is $100,000 idea. All right. I mean, these kind of things is why we do so well, because we've incorporated these things into our business. All right. I'm not going to do this right now either. Okay. That was a video of Warren Buffett. He was basically saying that the best protection against inflation is your own earning power and your own talents. Right now, there's inflation. There's all these issues. The best thing that you can do right now, he says, is to command the attention of your client. The best hedge against inflation is investing in your own business, in yourself and your business. That is the best hedge against inflation. That's the best thing that you can do if you're having issues. Invest in yourself, invest in your business, Warren Buffett. Okay. And that's exactly what I've done to help me. And the reason why is that no one can take that skill from me. No one can take that away from me. Right? Have a business of your own. And that's exactly what, has really helped me with my momentum and my certainty, is having a business that I own. When you have little certainty, you are not going to take massive action. You don't believe, because you don't give it your all because you don't believe it can actually happen to you. When you asked me earlier also how I keep such a good attitude, it's because I have certainty in what I'm doing. I create certainty by keeping my attitude positive, by knowing that I can do something. I learned this actually from Tony Robbins, right? And what do you do when you have negative momentum, when you feel fearful, you're uncertain, you have mistakes, right? You have to change your certainty. You've got to tell yourself, what I'm doing is working. This is going to work for me. This is awesome. I need this. It's all your self-talk. Also, how else do you create certainty? You visualize results in advance in your mind. You see yourself succeeding. It's a part of my daily routine. Like, I see myself succeeding on this call. I see myself making an impact. I see, you know what? I've noticed, John, a little bit that there's people waiting in the waiting room quite a bit. Just an FYI.
Yep, they keep popping in.
Oh, okay. I keep seeing the same name. So that's very, very helpful, right? So how do we flip momentum? If you're not feeling good in your business, the best way for you to flip that is for you to start seeing it, visualizing results in advance. I learned this from Tony Robbins, and it's been so helpful, because a lot of times when you're doing a business, what happens is that if you don't see results right away, it's harder. Remember the learning curve. Okay. Tony Robbins talks about you have tons of potential. If you take effective action, you'll get results. The best way to get results is to believe in it. And when I've added something here, I've added the mastermind team. That is one of the things that you'll get help with when you join Go High Level, is they're the team behind the action. They're the team to help you get the result. Okay. Know that. And I think that's just what a lot of people are missing in their businesses. They just don't have that. I'm going to look through my slides now, given the time, and just kind of see where I'm at, if that's okay.
Yep,
and then,
absolutely. And while you're doing that, if you have any questions that you'd like to get answered here, throw them in the chat. I'm just going to scan through here and see what questions might have popped up. So when promoting High Level as an affiliate marketer and thinking about creating a brand for yourself, is it better to focus on a specific niche, such as realtors or dentists, or should you target a general audience?
the more riches are in the niches, right? Like, I'll give you an example. No, the riches are in the niches. I'm not gonna give you an example. We don't have time, but yes, the more something speaks directly to somebody, the more it will convert, right? So if you focus on one niche as an affiliate, you could really create the funnels, create the workflows, create everything for somebody specific to that person, and then be able to get the testimonials, the successes, and be able to speak to it. If you're trying to help dentists, realtors, lenders, attorneys, chefs, chiropractors, financial advisors, you got to create it all. So in my opinion, and in my business, I focus on, I'm very niche specific, 100%. Like, I help people to learn how to sell high ticket if they're a coach or an expert, and I teach realtors and lenders how to utilize social media and funnels. That's it.
That was one of the rest. A lot of the other questions were technical, but that one was more of a branding. So thank you for answering.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so remember I told you yesterday that I was going to help show you how to learn how to create some like how to start getting more comfortable on video. Now you can use this if you're a business owner, if you're a local professional, if you are trying to fill an event or a webinar, if you're newer in the business, this will work. Okay, I teach my students to do 10 of these a day. Every single day. And basically what it is, and this helps you feel comfortable on video as well. Okay. So you're going to want to just create a video text message where
you just double click like you did last time. It's a little blurry.
Okay. Let me do this here. Hold on a second here. Let me just go back and let me just stop. And I'm going to do present slideshow, escape. I need to make it smaller here. Sorry. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna share. Is that better?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, awesome. All right. So you're going to want to send video text messages to people. Be genuine, be yourself. Don't ask for business, and repeat. Who can I send these to? Past clients, neighbors, contacts in your phone, people on social media that engage, comment, like, right? People anybody. What kind of things can I talk about? Birthdays, anniversaries, celebrations, successes, wins, new beginnings. Just mention something, okay? If you're trying to build a business and you're new in a business and you want more business, you can say, hey, John, I just saw that you were in this Facebook group. I'm not a weirdo or anything. Or go to somebody that you know. Let's just go to someone you know. John, it's Krista. I am starting this new program, and what I'm doing is I'm helping people learn how to use Go High Level and insert, workflows and things to help them generate more business as a chiropractor. Do you know anybody? Well, funny thing is, John's a chiropractor, right? So
I have a few friends that could use some help. Tell me more about it, right? And
awesome. Yeah. So the idea is that's a great way to start getting more contacts, start generating more leads, to start feeling more confident on video, is video text messages. Okay. So review contacts in your phone, social media, friends of friends, people you know, look up recent milestones that have happened, right? And if you're doing this for a specific business, let them know you have this new program. Do they know anyone that might be interested? And by the way, I'm actually helping 3 businesses for free and not charging them anything, because I want to be able to show how, do you know anyone? Well, what about me? Okay. Say their name, make it personal, let them know it's safe to watch. I always tell everyone, put it on a whiteboard, put their name on it and say, hey, this is safe to watch. I'm just sending you a quick personalized video text message. Hey, Tara, it's Krista. This is a personal video text for you to watch. It's safe to watch. People don't want to get, spammed or anything. Here's an example, right, of me doing it. Personalized, my name on it, super easy. Okay. Grab your phone, just start. That's it. That's it. Just grab your phone. Okay. Here's an example of me doing it. I need to read that. I'm starting to lose my voice, right? Don't talk about yourself. Don't ask for business. Just reach out and say hi. Let them know you're doing something. Do they know anybody? If you can do it for free, great. Okay. Who do I send them to? Contacts, colleagues, friends, anybody that you know. All right. Anybody you meet anywhere, anyone you meet anywhere, you can ask them for. And this is going to help you connect with leads, engage your sphere, right? You can do this right through Go High Level. And this is going to help you with your marketing and sales journey. It's helped us a lot. This is just me doing, I'm not going to show it. Okay. 10 video text messages on Monday. I was able to connect with 2 buyers ready to buy. It works. It works. It works. It works. 6 videos this morning and got a cash buyer. Okay. It's free, right? It's free. Okay. Now let's talk about inbound messenger leads. Again, you can do this on your own, or you can do this through Go High Level. All right. Create a valuable resource or training on Messenger, on Facebook, on a group. Focus on one problem, one person. Okay. One problem, one person. Do not ask for business. Keep on doing it. Create a resource. Focus on one problem, one person that will work for your niche, and give it out. Who? Past clients, Dream 100, strategic future partners, new followers, right? Community members, opt-ins, registrants, ghost clients, people who are engaging, liking, commenting, and sharing. Okay, that's who. All these people. Send them a PDF. Make it automated. All right. What? Common questions, struggles people have. That's what you can put on this PDF. Common frustrations, answer them. High engagement topics. You see people talking about something, create a resource for it. Deeper dive on popular posts. Like, people are excited about something, go into it more. Welcome people. Reminders, check-ins, thank yous, right? All of that's going to help you connect and convert more, because you're connecting, you're nurturing, you will convert more. Okay. You're serving, not selling. You're adding value. All right. That's GHL. All right. Now let's talk about different attention types. How are we doing, John?
Amazing. I think this is what I was most excited about, is because there's a couple questions around, I was just looking at a question here around how do we balance the healthy approach with FOMO, with buyers and sellers, right? Like, we don't want to scare our audience to the point where we lose trust with them, or they feel that we have, a weird intent. How do we balance that talk track with FOMO, but just to get them more engaged, not to take it to the next level?
Number one, make sure you're honest, right? Like, don't ever say something that's not true. It's very important. If you're doing a certain number, only do a certain number. And be honest. Like, hey, I only have a few of these, especially if it's a physical product. You could say, hey, I only have 10 of these books that I'm giving away. Like for the rest of you, I'll give away an ebook or an audio book, but I've got 10 of these to give away, the actual copy. Okay. Be honest about it. I just recently will tell you that I increased my prices by $4,000 a month. And so we did a full-on campaign for the rest and of you, I'll get. Oh, that was weird. And we ended up getting quite a bit of money on the books because we were increasing it. We're like, hey, like, here's our past prices. Here's where our prices are at. This is no joke. We're doing this. We got phone calls, email campaigns through Go High Level, sent out text messages, and we had one of our highest converting months of money on the books by doing that. It was true. Like, we were raising our prices by 4,000, so be truthful about it. It is like one of the main things, and put your campaigns behind it,
Yep, absolutely. That question was from Pablo Fontana. So thank you for answering that for him.
Thanks, Pablo, for asking. You're awesome. Okay, so attention types. It's the type that you control or manage. Now, attention is like from people. Where am I getting attention from people? So the ones that you control or manage are from your social media audiences, from your ad audiences, okay? The ones that you earn are getting it, like right now, I'm earning attention through a strategic partnership because Go High Level has allowed me to be on their platform, okay? That I'm earning it from them. The ones that I can control are what I'm getting through my social media, what I'm paying for ads, because I'm paying for that attention. I'm paying for those eyes on me. I'm earning it by by letting Go High Level allow me to be on here. So think about, how can you generate more attention through strategic partners, from other people's platforms, through referrals, through organic reach, and through search engine results like SEO, okay? And now the best kind of attention to have is the kind that you own. That's like, I'm going to run an ad on social media that I'm paying for. I don't own that platform. I don't own Go High Level's platform, right? But how do I now turn the attention that I get from social media, from my ads? How do I remember, attention, think of people. How do I turn the attention that I've earned through strategic partnerships, through referrals, through organic? How do I make that my own? How do I get their email address, their address, their phone number, their contact information? Why is that important? Why do I want to own them? Because then I can nurture them. I have control. Ad costs won't go up. I mean, they're mine. Okay, they're mine. So the idea is this: I want to collect attention so I can get an opt-in, collect contact information. And whether that attention comes from like ones that I control or manage or that I earn, I want to turn it into what I own. Okay, gather attention, collect information, add them to my workflows, own the information, start nurturing through text messages, emails, video texts, retargeting, all of that. Okay, I want to turn collected attention into owned attention. Okay, that is very important. And again, why is it so important? Why do you want to focus on owned attention? Because you can stay top of mind. You can nurture more. There's fewer limitations. Things aren't going to increase. They're not going to take it away from me. They're not going to shut my account down. Okay. Power of email lists is in the numbers. According to OptiMonster, email marketing sees a 4,300% average return on investment for businesses in the United States. Only if you're actually emailing on a consistent basis, because you're nurturing, right? 91% of consumers check their email at least once a day. All right, email versus text. Subscribers are much more likely to become clients, okay? Email is personal. Email is intentional. Email feels one-to-one. So one of the most reliable ways of getting in touch with your clients and your audience is through email and text message as well. Okay, so the idea is this, is we need to have multiple platforms, multiple ways. And as a single person, it's impossible for me to do all this myself. Remember, one-to-one? I need to be one person who's using many things to get the result that I want, so that I can turn that attention into owned attention. And so I can turn that into conversion. Okay. So, we've got to generate leads, right? That's like the lead generation. We need to turn into opt-ins, getting them to say, yes, I want you to give you my contact information, right? That's the whole goal. Generate leads, educate, add value, have people opt in so that I then own that list. Okay. All right. I was going to put something on there, but I sort of took it off. So 2 approaches to take over your market, right? Number 1, direct to clients. This is when you're connecting with leads, you're educating people through your marketing materials directly. The second is collaborations. All right. Referral sources, partners, people, strategic alliances. Okay. Co-branded educational materials that help you reach the masses. How can you share leads? How can you do something that's mutually beneficial to each other, to help each other, and to help each other's people get their desired result? This right now, what me and Go High Level are doing is it's a collaboration, right? We're helping each other. I'm helping their audience. Now they're putting me in front of their audience, right? It's a collaboration. How can you do that with somebody else? So ask yourself, who can you collaborate with for a joint training? Who? What influencers, referral partners, other professionals, other brands, other service providers, other companies, other businesses? Who can you collaborate with? Okay. Who are powerful planning people that have influence, that you can create successful strategic partnerships with? This right here is a whole day training, just let you know, just strategic partners, right? Who already has an audience and a following, the clients, that is made up of your client. Who has the client that you want? Form strategic partnerships, collaborate, do video trainings, do trade materials, help each other. Okay. What can you create to help people get the result that they want? How can you educate, right? What problems can you solve? What needs, wants, desires do they have? How can you help them get their clients more closer to their outcome? How can you bridge the gap together? All right. This has been huge. Now, in my business is this, and this takes a little bit more time sometimes, right? It takes time, but when it happens, it's huge. So how do we do this? Number 1, identify the leader, offer value. How can you help them? What can you do for free to help them? How can you co-create content? How can you collaborate with each other to make a positive impact for that leader, for his audience? Okay, then co-brand resources to make the experience better for their clients. Co-brand resources to elevate each other's influence. Do things to get in front of each other's audiences. That way you can get more exposure and more brand awareness. Okay. Let's do co-branding with a divorce attorney. Let's just say you're a realtor. Okay. The A to Z process of selling your home during divorce. 7 steps to selling your home peacefully with children through a divorce. How to divorce your house. Okay. How to choose the right divorce attorney when going through divorce and selling your home. A 6-step process. How to avoid losing hundreds of thousands of dollars in ridiculous, unnecessary attorney fees while selling your home through divorce. Okay. Makes sense, right? The 9 deadly sins. Like, I can go on and on with this. Okay. This is something I learned from the Ultimate Sales Machine. It was from Chet Holmes. He calls it the Dream 100. I call it the Tribe 25. right? The Dream 100 is a lot, but I like Tribe 25 because it's less, it's more manageable, it's easier to be able to do, okay? This is you developing powerful strategic partnerships with people of influence who have your audience, okay? Identify who, what they need, where are they at, right? Who has your ideal client? Where are they already congregating? What do they need? All right. Who already has the audience and following that is made up of your avatar? Again, who? Who are the influencers, the partners, the brands, the people, the groups? And what do they need? Like, what do they need? What can you give them? What can you help them? And where are they at? Facebook groups, Instagram accounts. Are there influencers, blogging sites, websites, businesses? Like, who are the people? Okay. So, and know this, the goal of a partnership is that it's a mutual success. It has got to be a win-win. And when you're the one going after it, especially if you have less influence, you need to give more. Okay. The less influence you have, the more that you need to give. John, how are you? Because my voice is killing me right now.
No, we're doing great. I'm just trying to look at some of the questions. We have a bunch of channels. People are chiming in different areas here. So I'm putting a list of questions down for you
Okay.
that we could tackle here.
Awesome.
I know we're close to time here. And again, I think the benefit really is in what we've gone over now the last 2 days. Today with what you've been sharing. Is there anything you want to go over so we can maybe get into Q&A and stick with Q&A?
Yeah, can I just go over one thing really quickly that I think is very
important. As much time as you need here.
Okay.
We're looking to go over. I just want to make sure we're accommodating you. And then I'm just going to put some questions together here if you see my eyes wandering.
Now, here's what I want you all to know is that somebody can give you all the funnels, all the workflows. They could literally hand you the business in a box, but if you don't have your mind straight, it won't work. You've got to be super hyper focused on your mindset, what you're thinking, because those thoughts generate a feeling. That feeling evokes like an action. Like, am I going to do this or not? Like yesterday, like is it going to make you feel like you want to go for it or feel like you don't? And that action is what creates a result. Okay. So what I want to review really quickly are some success traits that I have seen very successful people make. Number one is commitment over convenience. All right. Sometimes the easiest thing, the thing you want the most isn't always the easiest thing to do. So we've got to choose commitment over convenience. And I always say hard now or hard forever. You choose, right? Easy now or hard forever. Like it can be easy now because you don't want to do the work. That means it's going to be hard all the time. So you have a choice, like hard temporarily, learning and figuring things out, or hard forever. Number two, I say courage over fear. We're always going to be afraid of things. You got to take courage, right? Fear is very easy to do. Fear is simple. You've got to move forward even when you're afraid, even when you don't have all the answers, even when you're uncertain, even when you're nervous. You still have to move forward. That is what courage is. Courage is moving forward even when you are afraid. Another thing I like to say is faith over fear. All right. What's the definition of faith? Complete trust or confidence in something or someone. Now, here's the deal, everybody. Like, you've got to think about something. And that is this, that can't you just have belief in you? Can't you have faith and belief in your ability? Can't you trust in you before you actually see the results and know that you can do it? Can't you do that? Right? Like a lot of people have faith that God exists, but we can't see God, right? If you had to see God to actually believe he was real, nobody would believe in God. And whether you believe in God, the universe, the higher power, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Like, let's pass that faith and that belief that you have in some other higher power. let's learn to pass that on to you and to have complete belief and faith in you. Because when you have complete belief and faith in you, that's when you'll do the thing. Like, you've got to just believe that it'll work with effective, massive action. Okay. The next one is, sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Can you guys still see me?
Yes, we see.
Okay. Is you've got to draw the line in the sand. You've got to burn the boats. You got to commit. You just got to say, I'm doing this, and that's it. There's no other alternative. I am committing because I don't want to quit. I'm going for it. Okay. And the next one is resources versus resourcefulness. And here's is the thing you need to know about this, is that you actually need both. You need resources and you also need to be resourceful. Okay. So, some people will say, Krista, I don't have the resources. I don't have the resources. I can't afford to do this thing. Well, here's the deal. You're never going to have the resources unless you get resourceful. You've got to get resourceful and figure out how to get the resources. Okay. Like I always tell everybody, if I had all the resources, if I had all the money, all the time, all the know-how, like you think if I just had that, I'll be better. And that's not the case. Like, you need the resources, that you need to get resourceful to get the resources, or you're never going to have the resources. Okay. People will say, well, you know what? Once I have the thing, I'll do it. No, it's not like that. You need to learn the skill. You need to learn how to run a business to get what you want. It's not the other way around, And like, oftentimes, that's just money. Like, we give our kids so much, right? We give them all the resources, and then they start feeling entitled. Things are like, it's not about that, right? So I want you to understand, like, we want, sometimes you need to get resourceful to get the resources. And then once you get the resources, you got to make stuff happen. You got to do it. You got to figure it out. You got to be like, you got to get resourceful and say, okay, now how do I put this into place? How do I make time for this? How do I show up? How do I make sure that I make this happen? No matter what. So you've got to get resourceful to get the resources. And then once you actually are able to have the thing, you've got to get resourceful and you've got to actually do the thing. Right? Understand that. And I always say, get the resources from the person who has done the thing that you're trying to do. Right? Like, figure out who has the thing. How can I get that? So resources versus resourceful, you need both. You 100% need both. Okay. The next one is ask who, not how. There's actually a book, Who, Not How, Dr. Dan Sullivan and Benjamin Hardy, right? Don't ask how. You can how to it your life away. Ask who can help me. Who can help me get to the thing? Who has done the thing I'm trying to do? And I will tell you something. There is absolute power in proximity. There is power in proximity, right? That's the reason why I've invested so much in my business, because I know there's power in proximity. How can I be around the people that have done the thing that I'm trying to do so I can get more of the thing? Right? I want to learn from the successes that they've done. I want to learn what not to do. Power in proximity, more than I can ever tell you. It's so true. Okay. I mean, I wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for the power in proximity. I'm only here because I've earned the right. And so many things come from that you would never ever guess or think, right? So many things. Okay. And I always say this, like, your initial trajectory is very, very important. If you're going from New York to Washington, if the tip of the plane is just off 6 feet, okay, you end up like 300 miles away. You've got to understand that you need to learn how to do it in the beginning. The next one is the ROI versus the COI. What is that? The return on investment versus the cost of inaction. And I will tell you, the cost of inaction, enemy is the number one delay in wealth. W. Clement Stone said that. The number one enemy of wealth is delay. Do not keep on do not keep on waiting for something. And let's talk about an investment. Like if you buy a car or a vacation that you can't afford, that is a cost. When you invest in yourself, in your business, in your own earning power, that is an investment. That's not a cost, because the goal is to take that investment and multiply it. Right? Help people understand this, because when I came from a foster home, when I turned 18, they kicked me out. I had to get resourceful. I had to figure it out. I had to invest in myself. No one has given me a dime. It was all work and sweat and investment. And now, I could quit right now and never have to work again in my life, ever, and do whatever I wanted. Okay. Another thing is to ask for support, not permission. If you want to do something in your life, don't ask people for permission. Ask them for support. Let them know that you want to do this. You are ready for this. You can do this. You deserve this. And ask the right people. Ask the right people the right way. Go to them with conviction and let them know you are doing this. You're cutting the line in the sand. You're burning the boats. That's what it takes, right? Ask the right people the right way and be persistent and consistent. You've got to keep going after your goals. You've got to keep going after your dreams, and you've got to do it consistently. Yes, it's going to get hard sometimes. That's okay. Keep going. If it was that easy, we'd all be doing it. You can't just want the thing and not put in the work, right? And be certain. Have conviction. And the last but not least is you've got to let go of all your shame and self-doubt. You've got to. You've messed up before. You've failed before. You've made the wrong decision. Who cares? We all fail. Let it go. That's just a stepping stone. If you don't fail, you can't learn. You can't fix what you haven't failed. And so many of you are getting ready, aiming, firing. You have just got to go for it. And that, I just want to end it with that, because I just see so many people, giving up too soon, not doing the thing. And I see them hurting themselves so much because they've failed in the past. They're afraid of what they look like. And it's just like, it's that you're just worth so much more than that, So I have one more thing to show about reviews, but I'm not gonna do it. Just we don't have enough time. So all right.
Oh, good. Krista, you threw a lot of just knowledge and power and just empowerment, right? I appreciate you sharing all of that. And for those that have been joining, you and I for the last 3 days, it's now time to put it to work. Right now, it's time for us to go back to our notes, time to go back to any of the recording segments that you didn't get to watch, and create a plan, a clear plan of the next 10 actions you're going to take to start building your brand, your awareness around your business, and speaking to your ideal clients that you want to bring on, whether you're an agency, whether you're helping people with coaching, consulting, or whether you have customers that lean upon your knowledge and your services, and they're leaning on you for that guidance as well. So Krista, thank you for just throwing so much quality at us, structuring it, putting a ton of effort and execution around where we do, what we do, how we do it. And I want to get to where the audience has been asking every day for, and that's for the resources. So if you're an existing Go High Level customer, you can go right over to gohighlevel.com/Krista Mashore resources. It's right on the bottom here on this slide. gohighlevel.com/Krista Mashore resources. Krista, do you mind maybe just grabbing that link and pulling it up on the browser on your end?
Yes, I can totally do that. Do you want me to go here, you mean?
Yeah, just open up the browser. If you could just copy and paste that. The other one, the Go High Level, gohighlevel.com/Krista Mashore.
Oh, okay, hold on, sorry.
Resources.
Oh, sorry.
You should have a slide there. You might have to copy paste it. And it's your full name and resources with an S.
Awesome.
Right? Oh, you spelled it wrong.
I think I'm doing it wrong here.
No worries. I'll throw it in the chat for you. or
yeah, do that for me. I'll stop sharing and I'll grab it.
yeah, as a matter of fact, what I'll do on my end, give me a quick second here. I just want to walk everybody through this here because it'll give everyone the clarity they need for what they want to do after the training here. So when you go to the link, share my screen.
Oh, I see it. I see it.
Let me share give me one moment. When you go to the link that we're sharing here in the chat, it will bring you to the Google Doc. You'll click on the Google Doc. When you click on that Google Doc, we'll have the event registration page, right? So this has the agenda, all the information from the initial event. This will also have the trial if you're not a Go High Level customer yet, or you want to experience the software, you can go ahead and click on Christa Mashore's offer link here and try out High Level. If you're looking to get information on watch the previous videos, the recordings, this link here will get you all those recordings in one area. And then if you are a Go High Level user, you can go ahead and take this snapshot link. You will need an account for those that don't have one yet. Copy and paste that to your browser, follow the instructions, and that'll get you the snapshot. There are some additional freebies that Krista has put together on her team. That is on a separate link, so you'll need to go to kristamashore.com/GHL, plug in some basic information of yours, and then that will give you access to the books that she had mentioned, the videos and the trainings.
And it's a 30-day free trial, right? So we should change that to 30-day trial.
Oh, yes, 30-day free trial. Yep, 30-day trial. And that trial offer, ladies and gentlemen, is good until Sunday, this Sunday. So that will go offline this Sunday. So make sure that you're grabbing that trial if you haven't yet between today and Sunday midnight Pacific Standard Time. That'll go offline. And then if you're looking to join Krista's community that she's created for this event, you can go ahead and click here and get access to that. But this is all the resources you need. I know we've had a lot of questions within the chats on the different platforms of how do I get the resources, so on and so forth. This is how you get to it, and it's all yours. So, Krista, there was a couple questions that were more technical, but there was one question that was shared here. That what is your projection, or what is your forward thinking on the evolution of social media?
It's not going anywhere. But I will say that I think because people are so tired of all the phoniness and the fakeness, that they are going to be looking more for real authenticity, normal, than ever before. People are craving for real, true connection with people. And the more that you could just be yourself and be authentic and be genuine and not, it goes so far. So just be you, be real. And, it's important. And I think that that's something that I would, some advice that I think would help a lot of people.
Okay. Another question here is around followers. I don't have more than 500 followers. Should I still promote on my Instagram?
Yes.
How do I go about with lack of followers?
Yes. First of all, people, do you know that I actually coach influencers? And do you know how many influencers are not influential? They can't even sell ice to an Eskimo because they don't have any influence. You do not need to have a lot of followers to be influential. The more value you add, the more that you're not a commodity, the more you serve people. You just need a small, very loyal following. Small, right? 500 people is better than most influencers, thousands of people, because they aren't influential. Offer value, be unique, help people, know what they need. Yes. And it will grow. You've got to start somewhere. When I first started coaching 6 years ago, I had no following, like none. And it's just grown over time. And the more value that I offer and the more I help people, the more my following grows. And things just take time. And that's okay. Yes, do.
Awesome. Another question here is around webinars. What is a good amount of time to host a webinar? Is it half hour, 90 minutes?
They're typically about 90 minutes, right? And especially because if you're trying to convert, it depends on what you're trying to sell. The higher your price point, the longer people need with you, okay? And also, if you're trying to sell anything over $2,000 on a webinar, it's very difficult, right? Like, I think the sweet spot on a webinar is around $9.97, right? Anytime you are, as the cost goes up, the more time people need. As the cost goes up, the less you will convert. That's the reason why I do 3-day virtual events every month, is because I have a higher ticket item and people need time with me to trust me. So I would never sell a high ticket item on a webinar. And also, the higher the ticket, the more someone needs to talk to somebody. So keep that in mind as well.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. When it comes to investing in your education, how do you know, or what do you do to not pick the wrong people to attend the event or purchase from? I guess, in other words, don't get ripped off, right? Like,
yeah. And I will tell you, there's a lot of that out there. I have to tell you, there's a lot of that out there. When somebody has invested in so much money, I've seen it over and over again. I like to look at their community. I'll call people if I know them or I see them in there, and I go from gut a lot of the time. And there's been times I've made bad investments. There has been. But what I always tell myself is, as long as I can get one good piece of valuable information, it was worth it, right? P.S. Call me before you buy anything, because I've bought in so many. I'll give you the honest opinion.
Awesome. And then another question here around Facebook groups. This comes from a psychologist that's looking to put together a Facebook group, bring people together with motivational information. How do you go about starting a Facebook group and keeping it alive? Do you have any tips on that?
Yeah. So you want to make sure that there's your high engagement in your Facebook group, right? When I first did my Facebook group, I ran ads behind it. And I think you can do that. I think you can actually run ads again to fill your Facebook group up, but offer incentives when they join, because you want to click their email information. So make sure you offer a really good incentive when they join the Facebook group, so you can collect their contact information. As people join, once a week or twice a week, you want to welcome everybody and all that. I would have a weekly, if you can, do a weekly live where you answer questions, you invite the group in. That helps. Tell people to be careful about spam and promotions and those kind of things. But the more value that you add in that group, that's how you keep it alive, right? It's like, I know people that have just made so much money on Facebook groups when they're done correctly.
Awesome. Question around YouTube channels. What's the right amount of videos, or what's your recommendation when starting a YouTube channel from scratch? Duration of video, and then how often do you post a new video?
I would say hire Daryl Eves. So I basically just hired Daryl Eves. He's my YouTube coach. I haven't cracked YouTube yet. I've cracked Facebook, so I hired a coach. I don't want to give information that I don't have the right answer to, because I'm not the YouTube specialist.
Okay, awesome. And then lastly here, is it too late to get started with TikTok?
Oh, no, not at all. We love TikTok. Like, we have tons of followers on TikTok. TikTok's one of my best performing. Again, it's all about value, right? And you don't need a lot of followers. You just need a few that are going to want to use your service, and that's that way with everything. So many people have fake followers. They're fake. Like, people buy followers all the time. And you can tell that by not a lot of comments, not a lot of shares. They're fake. Don't let the metrics, the vanity metrics, freak you out. You just have to start. And here's the thing. The answer is yes, you should start all of it, right? Pick one platform and start it. Learn, implement, master, repeat. Go back to that same platform. Learn it, implement, master, repeat it. Master that platform. The number one platform that I have used for 20 plus years is Facebook. Like, as soon as Facebook came out and we were able to market on it, I've mastered Facebook. I just recently started YouTube. You only need one really good platform.
Krista, that sums up our questions. On behalf of our audience, on behalf of our staff, our leadership, my colleagues here at High Level, thank you so much for really blessing us with a bunch of quality action item information. It's been an impactful 3 days. I think I'm losing my voice now, and I didn't even talk as much as you. But that just shows that when you're in proximity of success and energy, that you end up losing your voice as well. So I tremendously appreciate what you've shared, the generosity of your team, what you've put together to give to our community. We hope to have you back soon again. And to everyone that is tuned in, make sure you watch those replays. Make sure you set up your Go High Level account, and make sure you put to action what you've learned. Krista, that's all I have on my end. Thank you so much for rock and rolling with us. Have a great rest of the week.
Thank you so much, everyone. This has been an honor. I have loved it. I love Go High Level. And I just want to say one thing. Like, I have turned down opportunities to be on big stages if I didn't believe in something. I actually shared this with John earlier in this week. I believe in Go High Level. I believe in what they offer, their support, their systems, their strategy, their dedication to like being the best platform out there as far as innovating, getting things done, and supporting their community. If I didn't believe that, I would not be here, regardless of how it would benefit me in any way. I can't sell something I don't believe in. And so I hope you could see from my conviction and what I put into this training that it's a great platform. It can do wonders for your business. You just got to do it. And thank you so much, John and Go High Level, for the opportunity.
Absolutely. Thank you again. That's all, folks. That's all we have. We unpacked everything. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you on the next 3-day workshop.